Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 most beautiful landmarks in the United States. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. It's a country so rich in natural and man-made wonders, that you could ask every one of its 300 million citizens for their favorites, and get 300 million different responses. So, how do you choose the 10 most beautiful places in the country? The 10 most beautiful landmarks in the United States are listed here. Number 1. Red Rock Country, Sedona, Arizona. When Hollywood has desired to convey the distinctive beauty of the West, from the beginning of cinema, it has gone to Sedona, a place unlike any other. Hundreds of movies and TV episodes have been filmed in and around town since 1923's The Call of the Canyon. We fell under Sedona's charm, too, and kept returning to there when discussing our number 1 position for the same reasons Hollywood does. The area's telegenic canyons, wind-shaped buttes, and towering sandstone towers encapsulate the West's harsh nature, and the crucial role it plays in our national identity. These ancient rocks have a timeless quality about them that piques the interest of anyone who come across them. American Indians inhabited the area 11,000 years before film cameras discovered Sedona. Number 2. Nighttime view from Mount Washington in Pittsburgh. In a country full of beautiful places with fascinating stories to tell, choosing Pittsburgh as the No. 2 beauty place is arguably our most surprise pick. However, the aesthetic appeal of the Steel City is clear, as is its uniquely American ability for renewal. Visitors can view the spectacular vista of the Allegheny and Monongahela rivers running together to form the Great Ohio, that waterway, so important in the nation's development, from atop Mount Washington, the high slope that rises giddily on the city's south side. The rivers round the gilded Golden Triangle of downtown, where iconic skyscrapers rise like rockets. Lights shine on no fewer than 15 bridges at night. The urban development that made it possible is almost as beautiful as the view itself. A shroud of smoke hung so thickly over town a century ago that streetlights stayed on all day. Number 3. The Upper Mississippi River. For third place, we look to an area that isn't as well known as others, but is nonetheless full of the distinct beauty that our country is known for. Its modest profile just adds to its allure. We leave Huck and Tom's familiar terrain and travel along the Great River Road, which runs alongside Old Muddy's upper reaches through Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, to properly appreciate the Mississippi. It weaves over hills, atop towering cliffs, and past one 19th century river village, after another, making it one of the country's most picturesque highways. Along the route, you'll pass across locations that read like chapters from American history. Sidewheelers ride the river, and settlements on either bank display outstanding examples of steamboat Gothic, the opulent building style established during the heyday of river navigation. The National Register of Historic Places lists 85% of the buildings in Galena, Illinois. Number 4. Hawaii's Na Pali Coast. We obtain a glimpse into the restlessness that propelled our forefathers from New England to the Pacific Ocean, and beyond at the country's far western boundary, half a globe away from the birth of the American Revolution. They moved west in quest of a better life. They had to have located it among the coral reefs, beaches, and mist-shrouded volcanic peaks of Hawaii's oldest island. Verdant mountains tumble 4,000 feet into the dazzling Pacific along the Kalalau Trail on Kauai's Na Pali coast. The movement of color and light produces the illusion of an impressionist painting gone native. A short stroll inland, where Hanakapiai Falls flows into a crystal pool and tropical flowers dapple the lush slopes. At your own risk, enjoy the splendor. The most difficult part of a trip to Kauai is getting back on a plane. Number 5. Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Engineering marvel, Art Deco icon, and progress monument, the Golden Gate Bridge serves as a vital link between San Francisco and Marin County. The bridge is a majestic symbol of one of the world's most striking cities, and it is named after the strait it crosses, a 3-mile waterway between San Francisco Bay and the Pacific. The $35 million concrete and steel building, completed in 1937, epitomized the city's indomitable spirit, and, by extension, the nation's. The Golden Gate was unlike anything else ever erected, with its trademark orange paint job, 2 750-foot towers that seem to disappear into the heavens, and spidery cables that extend like harp strings. The primary suspension span, at 4,200 feet, was certainly the world's longest. It is now ranked 7th, some 70 years later. Facts and figures only tell part of the story. The bridge is admired as a practical marvel. but it is also regarded as a work of art, one of the greatest in any medium constructed in the 20th century. Number 6. Grafton, VT. If Samuel de Champlain had landed in Vermont in the autumn of 1609 instead of the summer, he would never have given it the name Vermont. The state's namesake Green Mountains foothills burn red, yellow, and orange in the fall. Grafton, right, one of the state's finest hamlets and, because to the non-profit Wyndham Foundation's work, possibly its finest conserved, is one of the greatest places to take in nature's yearly art exhibit. The organization has restored more than 50 historic structures, including the Old Tavern in Grafton, which served as a stagecoach stop in the past. The award-winning Grafton Village Cheese Factory, a couple of elegant New England churches, a nature museum, a smattering of art galleries, and the nearly compulsory covered bridge are among the man-made attractions. However, the 600-person community isn't exactly known for its lovely architecture. It's all about the Yankee principles of simplicity, modesty, and conserving the important things in life. In this thriving community, the past and present combine beautifully. You'd swear you can hear the colorful slopes singing in the fall. Number 7. Jenny Lake in Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. America has older and higher mountains than the Tetons. But it's not as dramatic as it once was. When grinding pressure along the Teton Fault forced two enormous pieces of the Earth's crust to come apart 6 million to 9 million years ago, the jagged range was formed. A block erupted on the rift's west side, forming the Teton Range. A secondary chunk collapsed under to the east, forming the Jackson Hole Valley. The Tetons are so stunning because of the geologic violence. A dozen 12,000-foot peaks rise abruptly from the valley floor, practically an eruption of granite, foregoing the nicety of foothills. Jenny Lake, on the left, gleams amid the splendor. The pristine, 2.5-mile-long body of water, named for the Shoshone wife of a 19th-century trapper, reflects the mountain's majesty. Jenny is popular among canoeists, hikers, and honeymooners, as well as elk, moose, and trumpeter swans. She is one of the great jewels of our magnificent national park system, little and beautiful. Number 8. From Key Largo to Key West in Florida. So little actual land, so many associations: coral reefs, key deer, manatees, pirates, key lime pie, silver palms, Bogart and Bacall Downing gangsters in Key Largo. One thing is certain: in the Conch Republic, as Key West is known, a fiery sense of American independence reigns supreme. Visitors can view things that aren't found anywhere else in the country, as they travel down US 1 through the fragile, ribbon-thin 110-mile island. The landmass, which reaches a maximum elevation of 18 feet, can appear as an afterthought, when compared to the glistening Atlantic on one side and the blue-green Gulf on the other. Panoptic water enchants passengers with the pleasantly bewildering sense that they've become one with the sea in locations, when the only thing separating them is the roadway itself. It's just one more incentive to visit this enchanting region, in addition to the notoriously colorful people and fauvist sunsets. Number 9. Clingman's Dome along the Appalachian Trail in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The Appalachian Trail, which runs from Georgia to Maine, and passes through 14 states, is a must-see on any list of beautiful wonders. Benton McKay, a hiker, designed the trail in 1921, and it was completed, as a continuous walk throughout the eastern states in 1937. It rewards exploration of every well-trodden mile, and it is a colossal achievement that has given countless Americans a new respect for the grandeur of the land. Clingman's Dome, on Tennessee's eastern border, is the highest point on the 2,172-mile trek, rising to 6,643 feet. More than 4,000 plant species, 230 bird species, and 65 animal species live in the Smoky Mountains. Hikers can see the east as it was hundreds of years ago from a lookout on the peak, which overlooks a fog-streaked wilderness with lush forest stretching uninterrupted in every direction. One is doubly awed among the clouds, by our county's amazing environment, and by our responsibility to steward it. Number 10. The Squares of Savannah, Georgia. The urban and the pastoral smoothly merge in this charming city in a uniquely southern style that is, with gentility and a large dollop of mystery. 22 lovely public squares, including Columbia Square, above, beckon like private gardens, shaded by live oaks, fragrant by magnolias, and surrounded by historic structures. Vest pocket parks are feasts for the eyes and balm for the spirit, serving as gathering spots, tranquil retreats, and tourism attractions all in one. Pulaski Square, named after Revolutionary War hero General Casimir Pulaski, is beautifully draped with Spanish moss. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.